faeces in dreams. So I have done a video on poop, but I'm going to do faeces because you might have searched for that term, and it's important for me to make sure that I cover all bases. So basically, you've had a dream of faeces. First thing I'm going to say to you is this is a particularly common dream. And often when we wake up from such a dream, it's kind of a bit disconcerting because it's quite embarrassing, and the faeces could have presented itself in many different ways. So I'm here to share with you what it actually means. So basically, dreaming of faeces in a public toilet is associated with your body. It's associated, if you think about it, when we sleep, we are not really in our physical body. So there is a split of consciousness there in terms of the physical body and also the mental and emotional process of dreaming. So if you dreamt of faeces, it's about ridding yourself of toxins in life. If you are playing with the faeces or you're cleaning the faeces up, this represents anxiety and stress in waking life. It's also about choosing your battles wisely. Sometimes things annoy us in life and we complain, or we want to make a stand for the moral high road, which is great, but you have to weigh up the stress that comes with it. And sometimes we forget that. And we go about life and we make complaints, or we believe somebody has done us wrong, and then we rush in, and then we actually end up with more stress. And what is it all for? At the end of the day, in my experience, if somebody's done something wrong, they don't think they've done something wrong, and you can't really change that. Even if they apologise, they still think they're in the right. So when you dream about faeces, it's about looking at the relationships around you. It's thinking about how you can heal from past pain. It's also around clogging yourself up in all sorts of things in life. If you think about a toilet clogged up with faeces, it's all about making sure that you can unblock that, if you use the metaphor of the faeces being difficulties in your life. There is many different types of faeces dreams, and many people over the last sort of 15 years have contacted me on my website about this. And I have actually outlined most of those dream meanings on my website. But just quickly, if you are seeing faeces in a public toilet, this is a very common dream. And it spiritually means, as I've said before, clearing away the old to make way for the new. So if you saw faeces on the walls, it is associated with unexpected benefit according to dream law. Faeces is also connected to a sign of wealth and financial luck in Scottish dream law. A person who is chasing you with perhaps, poo or fecal matter signifies that people are going to judge you incorrectly. And this is all sort of the older kind of dream law interpretations. The psychologists, if we look at Freud, for example, in the 1930s, he was a very famous psychologist of dreams. And a lot of the dreams, he interviewed loads of people and wrote some books about what dreams mean from a psychological perspective. And he did come across, poo and faeces dreams. And he said that this symbol is a reflection of our internal digestive system. It's not uncommon for our digestive system in our astral sleep to actually tell us that we need to go to the toilet. So if you wake up and you actually want to go to the toilet, I would probably put it down personally to, the sort of digestive system. However, in Chinese medicine, to dream of faeces represents that you're going to go through a period of emotional problems. And in our more Western world, we can look at as I said before, look at our body and mind as two separate entities. But many cultures, many ancient cultures, especially the Babylons, for example, saw our bodies interconnected when we sleep. So in Asia, for example, there are many spiritual theories in terms of that the dream of feces means a renewal, a kind of spiritual enlightenment, ridding ourselves of toxic situations. So let's get back to the spiritual meaning of feces. If we look at the spiritual meaning of dreaming of feces in general, then everything comes from the body and it's basically filled with spiritual power. And in our modern world, we don't tend to think of our bodies as spiritual beings, but they are. And this is because of all the noise we have in life, all the information that, seeps into our life. Anything that comes from our bodies, such as feces, urine, sick, is considered quite disgusting and repulsive even. But in a spiritual world, when we go to the toilet, remarkable things are occurring in our bodies. This is an amazing process that takes place. The waste that we produce goes into the toilet, giving us strength and growth and able to move forward with the day. Therefore, if we process this further, the dream analysis of feces could be a reflection that we spiritually need to remove an emotion or problem or choose our battles carefully in life. Always remember, past options can never be forgotten nor raised, and it indicates us, you as a spiritual being, that we should not ignore any emotions we have inside, and we shouldn't hide our feelings. So, as I said before, pop over to my website, Auntyflo.com. I will post the link to the dream meaning below. I pin it. So hopefully I'll cover your dream, but if not, pop it in the comments and I will aim to get back to you. God bless and take care.